All right, let's just jump right in. Today, we're going on an explainer adventure deep into the ancient desert to look at literally the most incredible suit ever made. It's straight out of Exodus 28, and let me tell you, what we're about to see is just absolutely spectacular. So, have you ever seen a superhero suit? You know the ones. Glowing armor, shiny capes, all those cool gadgets? Well, picture this. Thousands of years ago, right in the middle of a glowing desert oasis, God called for an ultimate suit to be built. But actually, scratch that. It wasn't for fighting villains. It was for something way more important. It was a suit designed specifically for the high priest, built to actually connect the people directly to the divine.
Part 1. A suit of true splendor. Because, to make the ultimate suit for the high priest Aaron, you're going to need some seriously ultimate ingredients.
The crucial thing to remember here is that these clothes, they weren't just for looking cool while walking around the Egyptian desert. They were completely set apart from the everyday world. Like Exodus 28 tells us, they were made for dignity and splendor. This gear brought total honor and absolute holiness right into the sacred tent where they worshipped. And the skilled artisans used literally the coolest crafting materials. We're talking real, shining gold, deep blue yarn, rich purple, bright scarlet, and the finest, softest linen you can imagine. Just picture all these vivid threads magically weaving together into an absolute masterpiece of dedication. Seriously, no dull colors allowed here, just pure, radiant beauty. Moving on to part 2, the golden shoulder stones. Let's check out a piece of this armor that gives the wearer the literal superpower of carrying their entire community on their shoulders. Every great suit needs a really solid base, right? Well, for Aaron, it was called the ephod. You can kind of think of it as this dazzling, finely woven ritual vest that held the whole shebang together. It was woven with all those rich, colorful linens we just talked about, and then actually lined with threads of pure gold. Now, right on the shoulders of this ephod sat 2 brilliant, radiant onyx stones set perfectly in gold. And here is the absolute best part about these 2 stones. Engraved on them, kind of like a royal seal, were the names of the 12 sons of Israel. 6 names on one shoulder, 6 on the other. So whenever the priest walked around, he was literally shouldering the burden of his people. How amazing is that? Which brings us to part 3. The heart of leadership. From the shoulders, we're moving right to the center of it all, the heart. Tied securely to that ephod with twisted gold chains and bright blue cords was the spectacular breastplate of judging. But this wasn't some heavy, clunky iron shield. It was a dazzling chest piece worn right over Aaron's beating heart, acting as this constant, beautiful reminder of the people he loved and led. This really shows how the leader carried all 12 tribes of Israel right over his heart. It had 4 rows of totally unique gemstones. We're talking vibrant red carnelian, deep blue sapphire, bright green emerald, agate, amethyst, onyx. Every single tribe had its own special, radiant spot on the board. But wait, there's actually a secret compartment. Tucked safely inside this gemstone breastplate were the Urim and Thummim. These were sacred items specifically used for seeking divine wisdom. And this just perfectly shows us that the greatest superpower a leader can have isn't just their own human brain power, it's relying on divine guidance to make the absolute best decisions for everyone. All right, part 4. Bells, robes, and holy turbans. Our sacred supersuit is almost completely assembled, but it needs a bit of a sensory upgrade so people can actually hear it coming. Underneath that ephod was a long robe made entirely of this vibrant blue, and right around the bottom hem was the most amazing musical pattern. It was a bright gold bell, then a colorful pomegranate, then another gold bell, then another pomegranate, just repeating all the way around. So, whenever Aaron walked into the holy place, this beautiful chiming sound would echo everywhere. Topping off the whole outfit was a beautifully wrapped fine white linen turban, and right on the front, resting directly on Aaron's forehead, was a plate of pure, shining gold that read, "Set apart for Adonai." This glowing crown basically showed that the priest stood as a perfect mediator, a real bridge between a holy God and the everyday people. And finally, part 5, lessons from the sacred suit. Now that Aaron is fully suited up from head to toe in all this gold, linen, and vibrant gemstones, let's actually break down the incredible moral superpowers this gear represents for us today.
This whole explainer really highlights the true superpowers of a leader. Holiness and glory teaches us to bring honor to what is sacred. Bearing the people means a true leader literally carries the burdens of their community on their shoulders and keeps them close to their heart. Direct access to God reminds us of the power of a pure mediator. And of course, seeking divine wisdom teaches us to always look for heavenly guidance instead of just relying on ourselves. So, the ultimate lesson woven into every single golden thread, every chiming bell, and every shining stone is simply this: approaching the divine requires reverence, purity, and total dedication. It's not something you just casually walk into. You have to be fully prepared and completely devoted. I want to leave you with a little thought experiment to spark your imagination. If you were to build your very own supersuit, a garment that represented what you hold closest to your heart, what would it look like? What kind of colorful stones or sparkling threads or musical bells would you add to wear your heart right on your chest? Thanks so much for joining this magical explainer journey with me today. Keep exploring the wonders of the ancient world, keep seeking that divine wisdom, and remember to click the bell button, like, share, and subscribe.